Everybody, and welcome to auctionsoft.com. We are cloud-based software for live auctions, and we are working on a new feature for our system. We're going to be able to add cataloged items to a live event, not to replace a live event, although you could do that and have an online only auction. But this is basically to add some items of a catalog nature to maybe a live event, specialty items or things that you think are going to bring good money and you want to make them available in pre-bidding situation. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the auction question. Now you do have to already have your event built. So I got a test bed down here where I'm going to use an old sale for catalog. I've been working on testing some stuff here. So I pick this sale here and I open it up. And when I get here, this is my main dashboard, which you're familiar with to run the event itself. So we go up to event settings, and this is where you're going to add things for your catalog. Now, it says coming soon, and we do have a new video feature, which I could tell you about real quickly. So once if you click on video, just like you would upload images, you can upload a video. Once you upload your video to YouTube, you simply, alright, so here we are on YouTube. You go up here and you highlight and copy the link, the YouTube link or URL, and you put it right in here and you sync to AuctionSoft, and basically that will play for customers to see at the top of your event page on the customer facing pages. But let's talk about the catalog, is why we're here today. And so I'm going to go up here and cheat a little bit. I'm going to put 2 in here, and that is the page that we're using to test. It's not live to the public. You kind of have to cheat to get to it. So we've got images. Certain images I've already got uploaded, and I've already been testing different things, adding them to the catalog. This is what you're used to seeing, an image with a delete option. You can add images by dragging them into this box and yada yada. So I'm going to show you all of these images just have a delete button. However, if I go up here, I can click here, and I'm going to, hey, there's a nice picture that I'm going to add to my system here. And now, okay, so that image is now added to this sale. Now, one of the things that we're working on is making that auto refresh so that you can manipulate it right after you do it. But so I added an image. Now here we are. Now this image has a new button. Theoretically, if you put over 20 or 30 images at a time or more, these would all have blue buttons here, and then the order in which you click the button is the order in which the item will get not only moved to the catalog, but pre-clerked for you in the clerking ring. And we'll talk about that more in just a second. So I'm going to add this item to the catalog, and this is Hot Girls. And this is lot number 1 or 2. You actually are going to, this is kind of clerking the sale as we go here. So 2 girls in red tanks. All right, and the estimated low price for this, $1,000. Estimated high price, $5,000. Minimum bid, you can put 1, and okay. So minimum bid to sell, or the reserve amount. All right, so let's put that in there. So you got that. Now it doesn't matter if you put the .00 or you don't put it or whatever it is. Is shipping available on this item? I'm going to say no, it's not. We're going to add it to the catalog. And poof. Now if you go to catalog, let's see if it's here. All right, I still have to refresh. So we're going to refresh that. But what happens is now that you go to the catalog pages, these are all the items. Well, let me start at the top. Here is catalog only and online only terms and conditions. So these are special terms that just have to do with the items that you post for a catalog or pre-bidding. And then the shipping terms that go along with that. So these are 2 things that only you only need to worry about if you have a catalog portion. They're different than what goes in here as far as the terms and conditions. Okay, so catalog, and now once you click the blue button and you make it part of your catalog, they show up here. And so we just moved this one over. So here's our new item, and the estimate and the description, which can be a lot, like I've got up here. You've got a bunch of items in your description. Minimum bid, minimum sale price, the consignor number, shipping's not available. Now if bidding was going on and there were people who were leaving bids, you would be able to see the current bid. The bid history you would click on, you can see how many bids it is. You click on that, you can see all the different people that have bid, yada yada. If you click view this item, it will go to the, there is a page, a full page that's nothing but about this item with details and different things that we're working on. But that's what that button is. And of course, if you edit this, hey, I want the minimum bid to be $2, yada yada yada, and there's your little edit box. You can add images to this. So a lot of items that are cataloged, they have one main image, and then they might have a whole bunch of extra images for, you know, the back and the side and the, you know, the nameplate on it and so on and so forth. So we're working on adding those. And then of course delete deletes this one record of the catalog. It doesn't necessarily delete it from your images, because now this image, not only is it part of the catalog, it is part of the image record. It will stay here and show to the public. All right, so let's go back to our catalog. So now you've seen that. Now what happens on the front end? Now again, I'm going to show you a little cheat here, but I'm going to steal the auction event ID, and I'm going to go to the front end of this. I'm going to click on, ooh, look at this nice auction coming up. And okay, so now here is the event that's coming up for Waverly House Auction, and I'm going to plug in my stolen ID name here. And you're going to get to see, oops, sorry, got to take out the S. All right, so now this is what the customers or the bidders will see on the front end. They now have, this is they can view the event, which is the front end. Remember, we had a video from YouTube that I've embedded into this, and here are all our images. Now remember, these are not the catalog that you're seeing, but it tells you that all of these images or items are available to view in the catalog. If this item was not available for pre-bidding, this blue button would not be here. Okay, so let's go over and view the catalog. Click the blue button, and it changes over to show you just what is in the catalog for bidding. Now, the minimum bid is $20, so the system automatically shows the current bid as $19 and gives the bidder the option, or the you know, the person browsing the screen, the option to click here to bid now. And actually, that's where we're at. If we click this, it goes to a registration page where the person has to give us well, first of all, they have to log in to the system so we know who they are, so we can track their bids, and it forces them to give a credit card, and so that we know they're a serious buyer. And that is the part we're working on right now. We are up to that. So here's just a little sample. This one also says, now you'll notice you can't click on these buttons. It's just informational only that this is a live auction with online items available for bidding. And then this large green bar will kind of tease the person to go ahead and bid, because at 11:59 p.m. the night before the live event, bidding closes. And our concept is basically the current bid at the end of the online bidding portion acts as the opening bid to the live audience, and you either have the ability to sell to the floor for a higher amount or sell that. Now, I want to show you one other thing that's kind of great. I'm going to go back to this page and look at, see if I can get there real quickly. I want to look at the dashboard for this auction. And so here we are. Now you might notice that we have a catalog ring. This ring is automatically created from the very first image being added to the catalog. Step 1, add images to your sale. Step 2, pick those images to add to the catalog. When you first click that button, the system automatically adds a ring 0. We do that because you can't manually add a ring 0. We do that behind the scenes. But when you open the clerking grid for grid 0, we've got some awesome features. Now, of course, you put in the lot number when you added the item to the catalog. You gave a description. This is the current bid price that will be put in here for you, and the buyer number if that is an online buyer. So what will happen is, as it's time to sell the items. So we've got the first item is finalized. The second item is finalized, and as you're walking through the catalog portion, here we are on the third item, and we clicked this button which automatically made this item active and opens this. So as you're selling to the floor, okay, we have a nice 35-foot Erickson sailboat, which happens to be my sailboat, and we have a high bid online at 15.5, and the next bidder on the floor comes in at 20,000, and it updates that, and you change the buyer that's on the floor to buyer number 15. There it is, and then you finalize this item. What happens is the system automatically takes you to the next cataloged item to offer that up to the audience. And the auctioneer is going on, and you may or may not. If you sell to the online bidder because the audience did not increase the bid that's online, you go over here and you go to the next one. The reason we built this feature over here is because we are going to tie in a catalog display that will show full screen the item image, the online price, and the title of the image. And you're going to be able to show that to your crowd, maybe above the auction block or whatever it is. And every time you click a button, it will change images for you. It's a great feature that is completely built and ready to go. So I'm going to let that be the end of this little video. I've already gone pretty long here. So you folks have a great day. Please contact auctionsoft.com if you have any more questions.